I've heard it said, people come into our lives for a reason and change us for the better. They change us for good. The lyrics of this classic Broadway song have never been more fitting than to describe the founders of the current Jewish Community Campus. For a century now, this community treasure has inspired creativity, fostered cooperation, and provided a place where all are welcomed, nurtured, trained, entertained, and most importantly, accepted.
The first location was on Linwood, a few blocks east of Troost Avenue, and it was a long way from Johnson County.
But as Mark Morgan, son of founder Frank Morgan, tells us,
Dad had the ability to influence his peers and create results. He understood that if the JCC was to survive, it needed to relocate. Lou White and several others had long proposed a development in Johnson County as the next home for the Jewish community. Dad bought into this concept and, because of his experience in real estate, saw the benefits of reduced operating costs by combining all the agencies under one roof.
I think Lou would be very proud, as we all are. He got imbued with the fact of building something. That's why we drove every Sunday afternoon out amongst South Kansas City to see where the land was and to see where the roads are.
I was married to George Lieberman for 65 years, and we have both been members of this community from birth. George was, of course, one of the founders of our Jewish Community Campus, and it was a dream of his to bring it to the southern part of Kansas City because he was a builder, land developer, and he realized where the community, particularly the Jewish community, was moving.
One day I was talking to George Lieberman, and George was saying he had some ground at 119th and all, but he didn't have what he considered enough for the center. There were 4 family groups that owned this big tract of ground. Our family, Copagan White Blitt, then Morgan Dreisesen, Goldberg Maislish, Ozar, and Jagoda families. Everybody agreed that they would like to participate. So we gave the ground to the community.
Sherman Dreisesen, Frank Morgan, the Goldberg family, a number of other families came together and felt like it was something that needed to happen. That there would be synergy that would happen on the campus, and there would be cooperation and collaboration within the community that was not existing at that time.
As a result, the leadership of the Jewish Community Center and Hyman Brand Hebrew Academy got together, with the guidance from the Jewish Federation, to become the anchor tenants of the Jewish Community Campus. Now home to 11 independent Jewish agencies, the Jewish Community Campus is the hub of Jewish KC.
My father, Don Alpert, and Erwin Blitt were co-chairmen of the building committee that created the Jewish Community Campus and the Jewish Community Center here.
We first started figuring out the balance of the cost, and our initial run was around $13–14 million. Well, before we were done, we ended up spending a little over $20 million. And Frank Morgan turned out to be a great fundraiser, and we arranged construction loans with multiple banks. Paul Rosenberg, and there were many, many others involved in the beginning that gave tons of time, and the Federation was supportive and helped a lot. Saul Konigsberg was the head of it then, and he was very helpful and let his executives in particular work on the project.
Dad grew up near the JCC on Linwood and participated in basketball and other sports that the JCC provided. My sister and brothers all used the JCC throughout the year, and especially in the summers. The J provides a connection to our roots in Kansas City and a link to future generations. The J had fewer than 500 family memberships when Dad and his colleagues embarked on this seminal project. Today, the membership is in the thousands and continues to increase. in no small part because of what that group of leaders, members of the greatest generation, created.
45% of the people here are not Jewish. They come from all backgrounds and faiths. And really why that's important, particularly for the Jewish people, is we've been a minority for a long time, and we've been welcomed in America and welcomed in other people's schools and in other people's fitness facilities.
I'm very proud of the fact that this is a community center, not just a Jewish community center.
We're a strong community. We've grown up, and it's now time for us to repay that and welcome people into our home.
The thing that I'm most passionate about is really connecting with other people. And for me, the Jewish Community Center embodies that spirit. I believe that as human beings, we have a need to connect with others, to establish community, and really to deepen our sense of belonging. Not only do I feel like I'm part of something bigger than myself, but it's a place that embodies the values that I want for myself, for my family, and then it makes me feel like I belong to something really important.
I met many kids. They all had different faiths and backgrounds, and it was pretty cool, and I still interact with them today. It's something as a Jewish community center that I think they should add is arcade. A guy can dream.
Yes, a guy can dream, for it is dreaming that has built this campus. Over a quarter of a century ago, when the families that envisioned what could be stood on the land of what has grown into this vibrant and inclusive facility, they taught us all, no dream is too big, and through perseverance, every challenge can be overcome, and we can all, as the song says, leave a handprint on the heart of our community for 100 years more.
My slice of pie for this wonderful, historic place is that every human being comes in here, that when they leave, they say, the Jewish Community Center has made my life better.
We invite you to be part of this tremendous community enterprise. At the JCC, we are changing lives. We are impacting lives. It's for everybody, and we're always better, stronger.
My husband, Lou White, would have been very, very pleased with the theater, and I wish he could have seen it. It means Lou White to me.
I think that one of, if not the most important accomplishment in George's life is the Jewish Community Campus, a place for all people.
When I go to the JCC, I feel great pride in what the community built, and that it wouldn't be standing where it is without the efforts of my dad, Frank, and Sherman, and all the others. White, Kopeikin, Blitt, Maeslish, Goldberg, Jagoda, Ozar, Rosenberg, Lieberman, Brand, Alpert, Konigsberg, and all of the Kansas City Jewish community.
I feel their spirit at this campus every day.
I think our vision has been realized.
And because we knew you, we have been changed for good.